Hello, Daniel Swartz here from Sweet Home Construction. I thought I'd make a quick video here while this is fresh in my mind. My wife and I were talking on the way home from some friends today, and we were talking about work and how some people take advantage of you. They always want you, if you're a friend or family. If you're a contractor, you got some kind of skill. You're an electrician. You are a mechanic. You're a framer. You're a contractor. You're a landscape artist. People, or friends and family, they're like, oh yeah, you do this stuff, and then they're your friend, and then they want you to give them a deal because they're friends and family, and they want to play the favors game. Like, you give me a deal, then I'll help you out in the future. Well, if you're doing this stuff as a business, and you're going to charge them, I wouldn't advise giving anybody don't do that. Don't do it. You'll regret it. If you're actually expecting them to pay you back, do not do it. Do not give them a deal. Don't play the favors game, like I scratch your back, you scratch mine. In the end, if you're a good-hearted person, you're going to be giving people deals and favors, and you're always going to find a greater number of people willing to take your deals than the number of people that are actually willing to put in the time and effort to pay you back. That has been the case for me, and if you're that kind of person, you'll always find friends who are mostly just friends because you have a skill or something that they think they can get you to do for them cheaper or for free. And once I've had people in my life that I thought they were friends, and then once I started to charge a fair price for the work I used to do for free or very little, they're no longer friends because they don't invite you over anymore. It's just different. So some friends and family will be offended when you charge the same amount of money for your skills and services as you do everybody else. But this is what I tell people when they want a deal. I tell them, hey, I don't overcharge anyone. I don't have any wiggle room here. If I drop my prices, I'm basically going to be paying you to do the work. So I can make the promise that I will charge you a fair price and not overcharge you. I'll charge you a fair price. It won't be overcharged for anyone else. I charge the same price for everybody, and there's no wiggle room to make deals and charge you less. So if you want to do something nice for a friend or family, that's okay, go ahead, but don't do it because you're expecting them to pay you back, because that just opens up the trail for heartache and frustration. Because in the end, if that's how you operate, there's too many people out there that are willing to take advantage of you than there are willing to pay you back. And when you do finally get people like that to come and do their obligatory pay you back, it might be so far down the road it doesn't make any difference, and they'll just put in a token effort to say that they paid you back, and that'll be good enough. So just don't go down that path unless you're fully accepted the fact that you're just doing it to be a nice guy and not expecting to get paid back. And if you're comfortable with that, fine. There was something else there I was going to talk about. Something about charging a fair wage. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Might not come to me. Now I have to just shut it off. How'd that go now? So you charge, don't give deals to family, Charge a fair price. If you charge them the same much as everybody else, they'll get butthurt and they'll get offended. They'll get offended because you're not doing it for free just because you're family. It's like, hey, this is how I feed my family. Oh yeah, that got me to thinking on the line that I wanted to think on. Another way to look at it is that, hey, if I'm charging a fair going rate that everyone else is charging, and I'm your brother, and if I don't do it for you, you're going to have to pay somebody else those rates, possibly even more than what I charge. Since I'm your brother, you're going to have to pay for their service anyways. Why wouldn't you be willing to pay your brother a fair wage, or your friend? You know, when I'm saying brother, I mean in the general term, like your friend, your family member, your neighbor. Why do you always want a deal? Why do you always want me to drop my wages for you? Are you just selfish? If you got to pay for it anyhow, why wouldn't you be willing to pay me the going rate to help me out, since I'm your brother? And if you've got a good service, I can hire you for what you do if you do a good job. Maybe even take the radical stance of, if it's your brother or your friend and they do quality work, you'd be willing to pay them a little more to help them out because they're your brother and your friend. But if you're that person always asking your friends to give you a deal because you're friends, maybe you ain't a very good friend. And if you're the person who's always being asked, I'd say just don't do it. If you're going to start off a small business, nothing will kill you quicker than friends and relatives who want you to give them a deal. Like, hey, yeah, give me a deal and I'll really brag you up. It'll be good advertising. Good advertising? You're going to go around and tell people how cheap I did it. That's not good advertising. So just charge a fair price right out the bat and tell everybody there's no favors. I'm going to give you a favor. It might just be to fit you in when I'm really, really busy. But you're going to pay the full price, because I have to feed my family too. And I think you're just using me. You don't really appreciate our friendship or brotherhood. You're just using me to get something done cheaper that you would have to pay for either way. So if you're starting off your business, do not give friends and family great big discounts and stuff. It's a terrible idea. It'll just train them to come back for more of the same in the future, when you could be making a good profit with somebody else. Here you are working for damn near nothing for friends and family, and they're just thrilled. They're just thrilled that they're raking you over the coals and you're struggling, because they're getting a good deal. So if you're going to start a business, man, just right out the gate tell everybody, no, I charge a fair price for everybody, you included. That's my policy. I don't give deals. I don't play favorites. You can get competitive quotes from other people to make sure I'm not screwing you over. I might still come out cheaper than them. But this is my rates. This is what I charge everybody. And if you want my services, you can pay for it, whether you're a friend, family, or neighbor. Unless, that's if you're starting a business. Now, if you have your business going, you're doing really well, and you have things built up, and you're feeling charitable, and you want to give someone a gift of a huge discount, that's perfectly fine. Do it. Go for it. It'll make you feel good. But don't do it if you're expecting to get the same treatment back. It'll just turn you sour. Y'all have a great day. Bye.